Fox Media here today talking about Halloween 2018. Now, there's a lot of talk about what's going to go on in this movie. Now, I've heard some rumors with some of my Hollywood connections and people out there in many different areas and directions it'll be. Now, I'm just going to address a couple of things that aren't exactly factual. Some ideas I have and some references I think of how they're going to do it, along with a couple of little birdies in my ear that have put some thoughts out there, but nothing has been verified. Okay, number one, that Laurie Strode is not related to Michael Myers. Jamie Lee Curtis alluded to this, as well as John Carpenter did, that they might not be related. How they're going to refer to this, somebody said in the trailer, which I only give it so much grade, that they talked about it being rumors and that kind of thing. Okay, fine, that they related because he came after her. Yes, if they're going to discontinue the idea that they are related, then it's going to be very interesting to how that they continue this. So I sit there and say that how they're going to do this is they're going to sit there and they're going to make it that it's going to be Michael Myers is a serial killer. Yes, somebody sit there and said the one that got away and everything else. Okay? So that part is what I'm talking about. Now, so yes, the person that got away. Okay, so he's continued. It's basically like he has to go after her. I'm not going to get into her part, whether she's a psychiatrist or a cop or just a big self-defense person or whatever. I'm not sure about any of that, but they say it's going to be some type of a build-up of that. The references to Dr. Loomis, I guess because Donald Pleasance passed away. I'm sure that you'll see him in a picture and they'll refer back to him and they'll talk about some of the treatment and probably have the newer actor who plays Michael Myers in some scenes where he talks about, where somebody talks with him about it in front of him, not necessarily he does, but they talk about in front of him about how he treated them over this time period when his method of treatment was until he passed away. I'm sure they'll show a picture. I'm not sure if they'll show a clip of Donald Pleasance playing Dr. Loomis, but I'm pretty sure that somehow they'll probably have a picture of him, something in there to give him homage, which would be great because he was fantastic as Dr. Loomis. Okay, they said to acknowledge and homage the other Halloween movies. I think, from the way I understand it, it's going to almost be like in the movie Scream, where they talk about filming the movies about it. These are going to be movies about Michael Myers. So, and either the press or the movie people or television people are going to nag at Laurie Strode or try to get to Michael Myers to do an interview with him or something like that. And they'll talk about the movies, the past movies, which in turn would then have the references to they were about it. They were just slasher flicks made up about the Michael Myers idea of things. So they'll either show it on TV, all of a sudden somebody will be sitting there and they'll watch part of it and they'll see it like, oh man, this is like one of those movies that was made about that Michael Myers guy. That's how I think they're going to do it. And it won't be all of them. It'll just be like a spot or two during, Halloween, them watching it. Oh man, this pops up on TV. Like the song Mr. Sandman, that kind of thing. Which nobody has addressed, but I'm wondering if they're going to put it into Mr. Sandman. And she goes, oh my gosh, really? That kind of thing. So that's where I feel like it's going to come out. I feel like it's going to be that she's watching something or they're trying to get her to get into one of the movies or make an appearance to talk about the movie or just a reference on TV about slasher flicks that they made about Michael Myers. And it kind of drives her a bit nuts. And she says, he better not come around here, and she's preparing for it or whatever. But that's how I feel like they're going to give any type of homage is going to be about the other movies, is to speak about it as in that's what happened. They just capitalized off it. And that would be the real idea of things, the way I understand it, and I think it's going to be. So just kind of take that for food for thought. As far as the idea of the trailer being released, do I feel like, Blumhouse, I went to already saw Upgrade already at the premiere. I was at the premiere of it and I gave a great rating of it. A good movie. You go pay attention to it on there. But do I feel like on June 1st, they might have a trailer of it during it? They might. And it's actually almost worth me. If I could get out to go see it on June 1st, I would actually go during the day, the first one to see it. But unfortunately, I can't. So I'm going to rely on everybody else out there to sit there and let me know if they see the trailer. And of course, then I'll pull it as quick as possible and give it. But like I said, to go back to the idea of things, I feel what they're going to do is they're going to have references to Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis. They'll probably show a picture of him or something like that, talk about his treatments, maybe put a couple of spots together where they superimpose something in a room when he was there, or show whatever to kind of show that part from the old parts of the original movie or whatever. Now, the other part of it is again, showing the homage to the other Halloween movies, which I did enjoy, by the way. I enjoyed all of them, some more than others, but I did enjoy all of them as well, and including Danielle Harris, which I'm a huge fan of. I feel that they're, and I like the Rob Zombies one too, so especially number one. So no heat there, don't give me any heat there, but I want to hear your opinions. So I feel that what they're going to do is they're going to like show it on the TV in the background, and they'll make a comment about it, or they made all these slasher flicks making up reasons and stories that they were related and everything, tabloid things. That's how they're going to give homage to these things. It must be his sister, things like that. And, you know, I don't know where they're going to go with the future part of it is, but yeah, I agree with most of the other people out there. It's not going to just stop with this one. If it does, it'd be surprising. But yes, with Michael Myers being in his 70s or whatever, and that's going to be a hard deal to top by itself. But evidently he's still got the drive and everything else to push forward, and they're not completely eliminating him being supernatural, but I don't feel it's going to be as supernatural as I think it was in 5 or whatever. But the devil can still drive you, so to speak, and some of these killers, a serial killer, and he gets the opportunity, then all of a sudden, boom, the adrenaline hits him. So I kind of feel like that's where it's going to be. It's going to be a trigger part of it is when he sees the opportunity, he takes advantage of it, and that's what brings him back there. So anyway, so the Lifebox Media channel, please like and subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Twitter, the Lifebox Media channel. Please like and subscribe here on YouTube. And leave your comments below. I will like and subscribe also to your channels. But again, Halloween 2018, I feel that once the trailer is going to give away some, but not all. Thank you so much for listening. The homage is going to be in the background. Pictures, discussion, that kind of thing about movies, I feel, is going to be the idea. It's going to be about movies that were made to capitalize off the Michael Myers murders. And they speak about that, and that's how they sit there and they get away with it. Basically, they were just movies that people made about the stories and everything else. So like and subscribe to me, the Lifebox Media channel. Let me know what you think. You have a great day, and we will talk soon. Take care. God bless. We're out.